It's time for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, it's baseball, the GET Redhawks and the West Salem Panthers. The broadcast of today's game is brought to you by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning at 1025 Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Your comfort is their business. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. American Family Insurance and your agent in West Salem, Jim Quinn. Union State Bank in West Salem, where customers and community come first. Union State Bank. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16, West Salem, and now open at George and Gillette in La Crosse. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in historic downtown West Salem. And Allied Cooperative in Toma, West Salem, and Arcadia. Now let's go down to the field in West Salem and KQEG's Rick Wilson. It's time for the KQEG-TV. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Damian Miller Field here in West Salem. West Salem High School today takes on the GET Redhawks. This is a Cooley Conference game. Actually, not a lot of playoff, it's not going to make a lot of matter as far as the playoffs go because the seedings have already been set for both of these teams. But still, a great rivalry between these two. Hi, everybody. I'm Rick Wilson bringing you today's game. And GET comes in today 8-9, 7-4 overall. Most recently coming off a loss to Viroqua. Viroqua beat them 10-1. Viroqua is the juggernaut, I think, of the Cooley Conference this year. They are having just a great, great season. They will be tough for anyone to beat. They definitely will. GET batting average as a team, they're batting about .213, maybe not their best season. 7-4 in conference. They are sitting third in the Cooley Conference right now. Last time they played West Salem, they lost to West Salem 8-5. So in the first meeting of these two teams, it was the Panthers that came out ahead. Now they seeded number 5 in for the playoffs. So in the regionals, they will be facing Onalaska in the first game. Onalaska seeded number 4, so they're going Division II. So that's where they will be in the regionals. Now West Salem comes in here today, 9-12 overall, 5-6 in conference. They are 4th. One of the questions I asked Coach Ely was, well, you know, if you guys are actually 4th and GET is 3rd, how did they end up, seated above you as opposed to you got West Salem was seated number 4, and the GET was actually West Salem was seeded number 3, and they'll be playing Logan, who is seeded 6, and yet GET was seeded 5. So kind of unusual, but they pointed out the fact that West Salem beat GET, so that means a lot, when it comes down to sit down to seeding. And West Salem beat a lot of the same teams that GET lost to, so that kind of makes a difference when it comes to sitting down and deciding what the seeding will be. They lost, however, West Salem comes in here after a big loss to Black River Falls. They lost to them about, I think it was 12-3, something like that. So they had a tough one. I talked to one of the West Salem coaches. I said, what happened there? Black River Falls is about 7th in conference, I think. And he said, well, we didn't come to play. He said, whenever our team comes to play, we win the game. And I think he said the kids just weren't here. They didn't come with the kind of concentration they needed even to beat Black River Falls. So be kind of interesting to see how they do today. This, as I said, GET and West Salem, always a big rivalry. Should be an exciting game, and they're starting to introduce the players now. So we'll do that, and then we'll have the Star-Spangled Banner, and we'll get things underway here in just a little bit. So stick around, everybody. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back, before you know it, with the first pitch and the kickoff of today's game. Stick around.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Spring is sprung, the grass is riz, and Big Boar Food Truck is back in biz. Yes, the Northside Food Truck at George and Gillette Street is back in business. Stop by for lunch or dinner, enjoy our pulled pork, chopped brisket, fresh cut fries, sweet potato fries, cheese curds, and our own baked beans and coleslaw. Watch for ribs and chicken on select days. Big Boar is back at George and Gillette, and still a delicious mouthful.
Yeah! You don't have
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just about ready to get underway here at Damian Miller Field, West Salem High School. Today taking on the GET Redhawks. And as I said earlier, this is always a great game between these two rivals. You never know who's going to win it. On the mound today for the West Salem Panthers is Ethan Gregerson. One of the coaches told me he's one of their better pitchers. So they're pitching him against a conference rival here. And there's the first pitch, and it's going to go foul. In the batter's box is Isaac Marley. He is the center fielder for GET, and we'll line up West Salem for you now. On the mound, I said, is Gregerson. Behind the plate, David Latos, the big redhead, and at first base, Gavin Holtz. Second base is Justin Barney. Third base, Josh Hauser. At shortstop, Christian Reamer. And in left field, Caleb Weber. Center field is Trent Foreman, and in right field is Joseph Daly. Here we go. Another pitch. Right past the pitcher. Second baseman's got it. He'll throw it to first. And they got him. So Marley grounds out to second base, and it's one out. Beautiful field out here. Damian Miller Field is one of the nicer facilities around, and I keep wanting to thank Ryan Byrne for setting us up with this broadcast balcony, let's call it. It was his senior exit project a number of years ago, before he went on to play football over at UWL. Each senior has to come up with an exit project here, and this was his, and it just nice media balcony for us to shoot from, so appreciate that. It used to be one of the more difficult places to shoot. We had to climb up on one of the dugouts and get a camera there and try to shoot over a fence, so This is really nice. 2-0 the count now. This is Alex Pearson, the second baseman for GET, in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. That's a strike. 2-1. Two and two now as he evens it up against Pearson. See if he can take him down with this next one. That's into the dirt. We're going to have a full count, 3-2. One out, nobody on. And there's a hit right out to Reamer at shortstop. He'll get it to first and 2 outs. Christian Reamer fields that beautifully. Brings up our third hitter now, Brandon Booz. Brandon is the catcher for GT. 2 outs now. Latos going to step out. A few words to Gregerson. Gives Booz a chance to talk to his coach. Now Latos will get back behind the plate. And here we go. Strike one. Looked like a little changeup there, off-speed pitch, kind of fooled him. Strike one. That looked a little high and outside. Ball one. 1-1. Gregerson, a junior at West Salem. Now make it 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2 as he evens it up once again. That's going to go foul into the backstop there, and the count will stay 2-2. 2 outs. Two and two, the count. Brandon Booz. Gregerson finds his pitch. Here it comes. A ground ball. Third baseman. Oh, slip past the third baseman. And that's going to be an error. Puts Brandon Booz on. So he went after, Josh Hauser went after that, and it just he just didn't quite get his glove where it needed to be, and it looked like it went underneath it. So Booz is the catcher, so they'll send in a pinch runner for Booz. And running for him will be number 22, Sam Johnson. So that brings up Walker Stoner. Stoner, a senior at GT. 6 seniors on this team. Nice hit, but right to the third baseman. He grabs it and he's out. So, four batters up, 3 batters out, and 1 batter left on base. No runs, no hits, no errors that time around. We're going to take a little break, our first break of the afternoon. We'll do that, and then we'll come back with the bottom of the first inning coming up right after this. You're watching KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Are you ready for the Ultimate Platter Challenge? Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. Our Ultimate Platter is loaded with pork, brisket, chicken, ribs, 3 sides, and 4 slices of bread. If you can eat it all, it's yours free. I'll even give you a certificate for another one you can share with your friends. So how about it? You ready to take the challenge? Stop by, check out the rules, and dig in. And oh yeah, that's a mouthful.
You don't have
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson here at Damian Miller Field. No score as we move to the bottom of the first inning, and coming up for West Salem, we'll start at the top of the order with Christian Reamer, followed by the DHer, that's Kuhl, in the DH position, Trent Foreman in the third spot. First pitch, strike one. On the mound today for GET is Bryce Burns, and I wouldn't doubt he's one of their top pitchers. Second pitch is a ball. That's 1-1. In the field for GET, I mentioned Burns is the pitcher. Behind the plate is Brandon Booz. At first base then is Grant Byrne. Second base is Alex Pearson. At third base is Spencer Wera. Shortstop is Tyler Hammond. Left field is Lance Lentner. At center field, Isaac Marley. And in right field is Dylan Johnson. 2-1 the count. Ooh, that's going to be high and outside. Make it 3-1. Reamer, one of the better bats that West Salem has. The past games we've seen, he usually goes about 3 for 4 as far as getting on base goes. Let's see what he does here now. Hey, walk him. So he gets himself on base. Number 11 now coming up. That's Keegan Keel. He's DHing today for the pitcher, Ethan Gregerson. So man on first base. Reamer takes a nice lead off there. There's the bunt. He'll head down to second base as the pitcher picks it up and throws it over there. Did he get him? I think he did. Had it ahead of him by a step, but a sacrifice bunt there for Keel. Moves the runner down to second base and in scoring position, with Trent Foreman coming up. Gavin Holst on deck and Justin Barney in the hole. Here's Trent Foreman. Center fielder. He can give the ball a ride here if he connects with it. See by our picture, it's a beautiful day out here. This has got to be probably the warmest day we've had so far this season as far as doing baseball games. I'm guessing it's probably around 80 degrees right now. That's going to go foul into the parking lot. Counts 1-1 as Foreman looks down the third base line, checks out Coach Ely, see what he's signaling. Reamer takes a lead off. Ooh, he thought about that one. 2-1. Looked like Foreman was going to reach after that one. Whoa, that was high. Make it 3-1. high pop up. Will it drop in there? It does. Drops in there for a base hit. The right fielder, Johnson, just not quite able to get to it. And now runners at first and second. Reamer has to holds up because of the fly ball. But that will bring up Gavin Holst, the third baseman. Strike one he starts out with. Ground ball's going to the shortstop. He'll pick it up over to second. Ooh, they missed it at second base. It goes out into right field, and the runners will go around, and a run comes home on an error. So that's an error for GET. Both teams with one error so far. Runners at first and third.
Second baseman number 12, Justin Barney.
Justin Barney coming in, but there seems to be some discussion about first base here. I think we're going to get a pinch runner is what we're going to get. That's exactly it. Alex Cronk will come in and run for Gavin Holst. Holst may have twisted an ankle or something going into first base. Not sure what happened there, but pulled him off. So runners at first and third still. Coming into the batter's box, Justin Barney, the second baseman. And it's 1-0 West Salem. Bottom of the first, one out. First pitch, a strike. That's a fly ball going down the first base line and out of play. Into the bullpen. Strike two. 0-2 now, the count to Justin Barney. Strike three. Got him. So Burns gets his first strikeout of the day. 2 outs now with still runners at first and third. Brings up David Latos, the catcher. Strike one. Burns comes right at him. Curveball, strike two. 0-2. Looks like Burns is finding his groove here. That looks kind of low, 1-2. Pitcher gets ahead of the batter, that's for sure. Latos is going to have to keep an eye on the plate here. Burns takes a look at first. Gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Nope, they're going to say that was a ball. 2-2. Let's see if he loads it up here. Another ball. Full count, 3-2. Runner should take off on this one. There they go. Fly ball going deep to center field. He's on the run. Can he catch it? No, it gets away from him. One run comes in. It's going to be a double for Latos. Boy, he really gave that one a ride, and 2 runs come in, and the score 3-0. West Salem with a nice lead in the bottom of the first inning. Boy, Latos really gave that a ride. It went way deep into center field. Latos, the catcher, will come in, and they'll send a pinch runner in for him. And that'll be Dylan Adams, senior at West Salem. So now Josh Hauser comes up, the third baseman. Caught that line drive to end the first inning for GET. So now Hauser, batting 7th. He gives that one a ride. That's going to go right to the center fielder, and he'll catch it and retire the side. Nice hit, though. Put that one out there, no question about it. So we'll go to the top of the second inning now, and GET will come up. And as we get ready to do just that, let me take a moment and remind you that one of our sponsors today is American Family Insurance here in West Salem. You know, your West Salem agent is Jim Quinn. You can see Jim for protecting whatever you've achieved, so you can dream fearlessly. Jim is your star-certified American Family Insurance agent at 123 East Hamilton Street in West Salem. American Family Insurance. Protect carefully and dream fearlessly. There's a guy who's been part of West Salem for 25, 30 years, protecting a lot of families and their dreams. If you don't know Jim, you ought to stop down to his office sometime, get to know him. Great guy. So West Salem now with a lead of 3-0 as GET's coming up, top of the second inning, and I believe Bryce Burns will be leading things off, followed by Dylan Johnson and then Tyler Hammond, the middle of the batting order here. Latos gets his gear on, and they take a few moments to warm Gregerson back up again. I don't know if Gavin Holtz will be back in or not. I don't see him at first base at the moment. Let's see. We're going to see a little change maybe. No, Josh Hauser is going to go out to first base. That will put Zach Hutchinson, the sophomore, will take over third base. Holtz must have been injured on that play. As I mentioned, Hutchinson, a sophomore. Okay, there we go, down to second. And the team will have a little meeting on the mound as Bryce Barnes steps into the batter's box. 3-0, our score. West Salem in the lead, top of the second inning. Gregerson on the mound for the Panthers. Ball one, first pitch. Fly ball to center field. He's on the run. Foreman's under it, and he's got it. Nice catch out there in center field by Trent Foreman. He runs it down, catches it on the run. And Bryce Burns, who gave it quite a ride, flies out to center. Dylan Johnson will come up next. Johnson, the right fielder for GET. 1 out. Strike one. He liked that one. Couldn't quite get to it, but he liked it. Ball one, 1-1 the count. If you're watching on the internet today, I invite you to click on our subscribe button there and subscribe to our channel. That way every time we go live, you'll get a little notice on your phone, your mobile device, letting you know that KQEG just went live, and then it's up to you whether or not you want to watch it. 2-1 the count now. Dylan Johnson at the plate. Catches that one, is going to go foul into the parking lot. And that'll be strike two. 2-2. Top of the second inning, 1 out, and the count 2-2 to Johnson. Oh, he's giving that one a ride out to center field. Foreman, it's going to go right over his head onto the warning track. He's going to pull in a double at least out of this one. And he'll pull up there. Boy, he gave that one a ride all the way to the warning track. That's almost 375. That one had to go at least 350, 360 out there. So here we go. 1 out and a man on second in scoring position. Now into the batter's box. This is Tyler Hammond, shortstop for the Red Hawks. There you go, strike one. That'll be ball one. 1-1. Foul ball, strike two. Ball two, 2-2. Not quite, huh? 3-2. Full count. Hammond knocks that one out into center field. Picked up by Foreman. Here's the throw to the plate. And the runner holds up at third. Nice throw by Foreman all the way down to Latos at the plate. Gregerson with a great move backing him up. And they hold the runner at third. So now runners at first and second after a base hit by Hammond. First and third, I'm sorry. Latos giving the infield a little instruction there. Now into the batter's box is Spencer Wira. Wira is the third baseman for the Red Hawks. Runners at first and third. 1 out. There's a fly ball that looks like it's going to drop foul, but he'll try to catch that. Ooh, almost. He slides into the warning track and hits the fence, but he didn't catch it. An excellent effort by Joseph Daly out there. Excuse me, make that Caleb Weber. Weber with a great effort. So the count's 0-1 now to Wira. Again, Latos with some instructions. See if they'll try to box one of the runners in. Runners take leadoffs. That's a strike. Strike two. Kind of looked like Ware wanted to pull that one back, but he went with it, went all the way with it, so 0-2 the count. Foul ball. The runner started going, heading for second base on that one. I don't know if there was a hit and run on or if he was supposed to steal or what was going on, but count stays 0-2. See if the runner goes again. High fly ball. Can he get that? Reamer under it. He's got it. 2 outs.
Left fielder number 3, Lance Lettner.
Lance Lettner now, the bottom of the order for GET. Latos once again with some instructions. 2 outs now. Score still 3-0. GET threatening with runners at first and third, but have not been able to push that run across the plate yet. There's strike one. There goes the runner. There's the bunt. So Gregerson picks it up rather than throw it to first. He hangs on to it, keeps the runner at third. So now bases loaded, but a run did not score. So had Gregerson thrown that to first base, that run would have come in. So Lettner gets on really what is a fielder's choice. And we go to the top of the order with Isaac Marley now. Marley ground out to second base last time up, so here we have a force at any base. 2 outs. Strike one. Infield is playing out. One and one the count. 2 outs. There's a strike. Strike two. 1-2 the count. Comes the pitch. You get him? Nope, not yet. 2-2. Well, we'll see if Gregerson takes him all the way here or if he's going to strike him out on this next one. Ball 3. We've got a full count, 3-2. Runners will all take off on this next pitch. Gregerson looking, he's got his pitch now. Here it comes. 3-2. Fly ball. Left fielder's heading for it. No, Trent Foreman pulls it in, and that's 3 outs. and they get out of that side without GET scoring any runs. On a great catch by Trent Foreman again. He's come through. Well, he's caught a couple of them out there so far today in center field, and that one was kind of left of center field. So the bottom of the second inning coming up. The West Salem Panthers will start out with Caleb Weber, followed by the bottom of the order, Joseph Daly, and then Christian Reamer back up at the top of the order. We could take a break right now, and then we'll be back with more in just a moment. So stick around. Our score is still 3-0. West Salem in the lead. We'll be back right after this.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where.
Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn that frown into a smile, stop by Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in West Salem for delicious post-game food. Their homemade 16-inch unlimited topping pizza for just $12 will put a smile on everyone's face. Stop in on Taco Tuesday or Wednesday for $2 burgers. Open every day at 11 a.m. with great lunch specials. For 40 years, Hunter's has had a rich tradition of serving the families of West Salem with great food at reasonable prices. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, Leonard Street in downtown West. Not every game.
Hey, race fans, it's the boys Dan Dike along with Paul Reichert and Billy Knocknalls. We are ready for year number 9 of Big Boar Barbecue presents 7 Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
It's going to be a great season. We're going to have drivers from La Crosse and Toma tell you about how their season's going, and maybe a couple of different guests along the way, too.
If there's a race at a track in about 4 states, we're going to be there. I'll be announcing there. The video cameras are going to be going full force, and you'll see them Thursday through Sunday. Big Boar Barbecue presents 7 Rivers Racing. Hey, race fans.
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson, and we are at Damian Miller Field here. The Panthers are up. Caleb Weber in the batter's box. First pitch was a ball. The second pitch is another ball, 2-0. 3-0. West Salem still in the lead here. Bottom of the second inning. There's a foul ball. Bryce Burns still on the mound for the Red Hawks. The count's 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Whoa, that's in the dirt. That makes it 3-1. Burns held on to that just a little too long, I think. And again, he walks him. So Weber gets on base.
Now batting for the Panthers, right fielder Joseph Daly.
Joe Daly coming up now. Right fielder for the Panthers. And the bottom of the batting order. So if the bottom of the order can get on and then we go to the top of the order, that's a good thing. Let's see what Joe Daly can do here. Ooh, he shows bunt, pulls it back, but it was a strike one. Shows bunt again. Oh boy, they almost overthrew that first baseman out there. Great move by Grant Byrne catching that. He had to leap. That would have been a free base for Weber. Let's see how Daly does now. 1-1 the count. Showing bunt. Pulls back, swings at it, and foul ball. One and two. Daly checks down the third baseline, gets his signal from the coach. And another ball. Two and two. In the dirt it goes. Well, pitch gets away from the catcher, and the runner will head on down to second, Caleb Weber. So now runner at second base, and that eliminates the force and brings out full count to Daly. 3 and 2. He walked him. So Burns with 2 walks in a row. We go to the top of the batting order now for West Salem, Christian Reamer. He got on a walk last time. That's actually 3 walks now for the GET pitcher. And they've got West Salem has runners at first and second. No outs. Innings looking pretty good so far. Reamer shows bunt, and he does, but it goes foul. See if Coach Ely keeps the bunt sign on. They come running in. He gets back safe. They went after the runner at second as first and third came running in looking for that bunt that never came. Counts 1-1 to Reamer. Come the infield, coming in again. Ball 2. 2-1. There's a fly ball. That's going to go foul. Just by maybe a half a foot. That thing landed foul. So the count's 2-2 now to Reamer. Burns looking for a pitch, and he's got it now. Here we go. Reamer punches that one right in there. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Right fielder bobbles it a little bit. And we're going to get another run coming in for West Salem. Reamer gets a base hit and an RBI on that one. So that'll bring up number 2 in the order, Keegan Keel. He sacrificed bunted last time to move the runners around. Let's see what he does this time. No outs. Wouldn't be too surprised if we saw another bunt. Reamer threatened to bunt a couple of times and then went ahead and hit away. Low and in the dirt. Brandon Booz getting in front of it, though, keeping it from getting away from him. Keeps the runners at first and second. No outs. 1-0 the count. Whoa, right to the third baseman. He throws it to second. Oh, overthrows it. It's a loose ball. Chuck Ely says stay at second. Keel flies out. Line drive to the third baseman. Nice catch. So runners will stay at first and second, and Trent Foreman coming up. Got a base hit last time up. Right fielder's playing quite a bit away towards center, but a lot of the hits have been going that direction. Shot right out to second base. They'll tag second. Got one. And they go for two, but pulled the first baseman off the base on the throw. So the runner's out at second. And that's Reamer. Foreman gets a base hit on a fielder's choice. And we got 2 outs. 1 run scored so far, 4-0. The score right now, West Salem in the lead. Now this is Zach Hutchinson. He came in for an injured Gavin Holst. A young sophomore at West Salem. See how he does. First time at bat today. Ball 2, 2-0. There's a strike. Strike 1, 2-1. Whoa, into the dirt, and again gets away from the catcher that time, so the first base runner heads down to second. And so Trent Foreman on second base now, so runners at second and third, and the count is 3-1 to Hutchinson. There's a strike, full count, 3-2. Ground ball, that's going to go foul. Full count, 3-2. See what Hutchinson can do this time, or if Burns can get him. Whoa, kind of high, and that time he'll walk him. So Hutchinson gets on base, and we've got bases loaded with Justin Barney coming up now. Barney struck out in the first inning. See if he can do a little better here in the second. Bases loaded, and they're going to come out and talk to their pitcher a little bit. This is one of the greatest facilities out here. They really fixed it up nice. But, you know, baseball has been it's been a kind of a historic thing here out at West Salem for a lot of years. If you look at the over at the concession stand, they have it all listed, the teams over the years. It goes back to 1948 when they first played official baseball here at West Salem High School. And I talked to Coach Ely a little bit before the game started. He started coaching, I think, in about 1976. He was a JV coach. And then he told me he took a few years off where he didn't coach for a while. And then came back again and started coaching again. I think it was in 1986 we decided. We kind of had to look at the numbers back there. So he's been coaching for something like 34 years now. I think this is his 34th year. He's had a lot of success with these teams. 2017, they won their first gold ball as they went all the way to state and won it. They've been state qualifiers 8 times. They've won the regionals numerous times, won the conference numerous times. Foul ball. Strike 2. So a storied history, if you will, but certainly a good one for Coach Chuck Ely. Matter of fact, when he started in '86, there was a young man on the team by the name of Damian Miller. Kind of nice to have a guy like that on your team. I think he had him on his team in '86 and '87, if I remember correctly. 1-2 now, the count. 2 outs with runners at first, second, and third. Bases loaded. Over to, whoa, he fakes it to first. The runner dives back to first. That's Hutchinson, dives in to get back to first. Safe. 1-2. Here's Burns. Looking for his pitch. Justin Barney at the plate. 1-2. Got him. Struck him out. Barney's just looking at that going, come on. So we'll go to the top of the third inning, but a good inning for the Panthers as they add another one to their score, and it's 4-0 now. They leave 3 men on. Pick up a couple of hits in that inning. So here we go. GET will be coming up next, and they'll start with Alex Pearson, number 2. And then they'll go to Brandon Booz on deck, and in the hole, Walker Stoner, the designated hitter. And while we get things ready here, let me remind you that one of our sponsors today, the good folks over at Union State Bank of West Salem. You betcha. They're proud to support West Salem athletics. Union State Bank is a hometown community bank serving families and businesses in the Cooley region. For all of your banking needs, make it Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank of West Salem. Top of the third inning coming up now. GET stepping up. We still have Gregerson on the mound. I mentioned earlier during the pregame that the pairings came out for playoffs. Now, I haven't seen the Division I yet, so I'm not sure what's happening with Holman. But I know in Division II, it's interesting, Sparta comes in with a number 1 seed in the lower part of the bracket. And West Salem in that same bracket, West Salem gets a number 3 seed, and they will play Lacrosse Logan on Thursday, May 23rd. Sparta gets a bye. They won't play till the 28th. GET came in with a number 5 seed, and they will play Onalaska, who's a number 4 seed, and they will play them on the 23rd also. Black River Falls and Toma will also play on the 23rd. Black River Falls a 7 seed. Toma pulls a 2 seed. Now, should West Salem and Toma win, then they will play each other on Tuesday, May 28th. We'll talk more about those brackets in a little bit. Alex Pearson takes his first pitch, ball 1. Pearson ground out to the shortstop last time, hit one right to Christian Reamer. Reamer tossed him out. See, GET has somebody in the bullpen warming up out there. There's a strike. 2-1. Ground ball gets past the third baseman and the shortstop out into left field, and that'll be a base hit for Alex Pearson. So Brandon Booz will come up now with no outs and a runner on first. Booz is the catcher, and he got on base on an error last time. That was West Salem's first and only error so far in the first inning. Gregerson takes a look. Here comes the pitch. Woo, bounces it off the dirt, and Latos will rifle it down to second. Not in time, and the runner gets there safely. So Pearson takes advantage of that little hop it took into the dirt there. Gets on down to second base. And the count 0-1 to Brandon Booz. That's going to get picked up by Reamer over to first, and they got him. The runner stays at second. That was hit right next to the base runner, so really nowhere for him to go. 1 out. Now Walker Stoner coming up, designated hitter for GET. He is hitting for Grant Byrne, who is the first baseman.
Batting number 4, Walker Stoner.
Strike one. And strike two. Gregerson, 2 in a row. See if he'll throw a waste pitch now and see if he can seduce the batter into going after it. There's a high pop up, and Gregerson's under it. He's got it. 2 outs. Stoner flies out to the pitcher. Bryce Burns coming up now, the pitcher rather, for GET. Flied out, hit a good one to center field, and if it wasn't for a great catch by Trent Foreman, he'd have probably gotten a double out of that. Here's Burns. First pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Ball 1. Strike. 1-1. Latos with a great job stopping that one. That one bounced in the dirt. David Latos gets his chest in front of it, stops it, so it keeps that runner at second base. Counts 2-1 now to Bryce Burns. That's going to be 3-1. A little on the high side. Gregerson will have to put one down the middle this time. And a nice hit out to left field. Here comes the runner. They're going to play it at the plate. Latos not quite able to get the runner, and a run comes in for GET. And just like that, it's 4-1. Two outs still, and a nice double. Dylan Johnson now. Doubled last time up, hit a long ball way deep into center field. Hit the warning track out there with it. Ball 1. Pulled that swing a little bit, but ooh, did he get there? Yeah, just barely. I wasn't quite sure that Hauser was going to get there in time, but he does. So Johnson grounds out to the first baseman. And we will go to the bottom of the third inning with West Salem coming up now. GET puts a run up on the board, so it's 4-1 now, with GET putting one on there. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with bottom of the third after this message, or messages, on KQEG-TV.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection. Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
You know that Boyer's is
Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn that frown into a smile, stop by Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in West Salem for delicious post-game food. Their homemade 16-inch unlimited topping pizza for just $12 will put a smile on everyone's face. Stop in on Taco Tuesday or Wednesday for $2 burgers. Open every day at 11 a.m. with great lunch specials. For 40 years, Hunter's has had a rich tradition of serving the families of West Salem with great food at reasonable prices. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, Leonard Street and downtown West. Not every
And welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson. Right out here at West Salem, Damian Miller Field. Our score 4-1. West Salem is up, and David Latos leading things off. He hits a high one. It's headed for the center fielder, and he's got it. Towering hit by Latos, but it was right to. Gave the center fielder plenty of time to get underneath it and catch that one. That was Isaac Marley. So Josh Hauser will come up next. He flied out to center field last time up. See what he can do this time. They moved Josh from third base over to first base when Gavin Holst had an issue. Whoop, that one's in the dirt. Bryce Burns is still on the mound for GET. And our score 4-1. West Salem. A little high that time. 2-0. Burns has had 4 walks so far and 2 strikeouts. There's a strike. 2-1. Foul tip. 2-2. That's low. 3-2. Full count now to Josh Hauser. Long ball hit by that junior out to center fielder, and it's caught. Isaac Marley pulls in another one. Tagged it pretty good, but 2 outs. So Caleb Weber comes up. Weber walked last time up. Ball 1. A little high that time. Ball 2. Outside. Ball 3. And he walks him. And Weber gets his second walk of the day. Puts a runner on first with 2 outs. Joseph Daly coming up now. Daly walked last time up too. So Booz is going to step out and have a word or two with his pitcher. And In the meantime, Daly will have a chance to talk to Chuck Ely, for a moment anyway. So here we go. Runner at first. 2 outs. Joseph Daly in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Strike 1. And ball 1. 1-1. Boo, down into the dirt. 2-1 the count. Boos gets in front of it though and keeps the runner at first that way. That goes outside. 3-1. He walked Daly last time up. Let's see what he does this time. He's going to have to bring this one down the middle. Over to first, and he gets back safely. And there's the walk. So bottom of the order, he walks him again. And we go to the top of the order. Christian Reamer coming up. Reamer walked in the first inning, got a base hit in the second inning, and then they tagged him out. Now we're going to see a little conversation. I think they're going to change pitchers, actually. It's to me like GT's got a – that's the pitcher that they were warming up a little while ago in the bullpen. That is Sam Johnson, the junior at GET. So we'll warm him up a little bit. I talked a little bit about the pairings in the division that Sparta was the number 1 seed in this division, and they will get the bye, and they won't play until May 28th. In the meantime, GET and Onalaska will play each other on the 23rd. West Salem will play here, and Logan will come here to play. And then Black River Falls will go to Tomah, and they'll play against Tomah. The winner of the GET Onalaska game will face Sparta. And then we'll just see. It might be West Salem and Tomah in that second game. There's a chance we could see Sparta play West Salem, or Sparta could play Tomah. We'll see how it works out. But the playoffs are right around the corner, coming our way. See, we also checked on Division 3, because that's where Viroqua went, and Viroqua having a great season. They're number 1. They seeded number 1 in their division. Also in that same division, Aquinas seeded number 2. They will take on Necedah on Thursday the 23rd. And Luther seeded number 6 and Westby number 3. So it'll be Luther and Westby. That could turn into another Aquinas-Westby game, which has been, oh gosh, now for a number of years, those two teams have met in the playoffs, and one has eliminated the other. Arcadia will take on Cochran Fountain City, and the winner of that game will then face Viroqua. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this shakes out as we head down there. Again, as I mentioned, we have not seen Division 1 yet, so we don't know where Central and Holman will end up, but we'll find that out shortly. So, here we go. New pitcher on the mound. First pitch, ball 1. Sam Johnson taking the place of Bryce Burns. And ball 2. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. This is Christian Reamer at the top of the batting order for West Salem. Strike two, 2-2. Two outs, runners at first and second for the Panthers. Ooh, that's in the dirt. There goes the runner down to third. Dives into third, safe, and the other runner makes it down to second. So now we have runners at second and third. And a full count to Reamer, 3-2. Well, we'll see if Johnson can pitch his way out of this. And there the ball gets away from the catcher, and a run's going to come in. And the batter goes down to first. And he'll take second. So we're back to runners at second and third, and West Salem puts another run on the board. And it's 5-1, and Keegan Keel comes up. First pitch, ball one. Keel flied out to he hit a line drive to the third baseman last time up, and a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Strike, 1-1. Two outs, runners at second and third. Fly ball, that's going to drop in there and caught by the left fielder. Lance Lentner pulls that one in and retires the side. So the top of the fourth inning coming up next, folks. We'll move in that direction, and as we get the team warmed up and back out on the field, we'll take just a moment and remind you about another one of our sponsors tonight. We can't do these games, just so you know, we can't do these games without sponsors. And here's one of them. Allied Cooperative. Products you need from the people you trust, all close to home. From agronomy, feed and grain, to LP and refined fuels, to Ace Hardware and Cenex. Allied Cooperative. Now that's something to cheer about. Don't forget, every Sunday night you can catch the Knights of Thunder. It's NASCAR racing from the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Sunday nights at 7 o'clock and Thursdays at 7. Hopefully, if Mother Nature will allow us, we'll get in another race this Saturday night. There's some concern about rain, but let's hope that's not the case. We're hoping for a nice night out there at the Speedway. They've had a lot of late models, and I think I can heard some cars racing out there from here. You can hear the noise all the way over here. It looks like they're warming up a little, but a great night to be warming up. Top of the fourth inning now. GET coming up, and it looks like we will have Tyler Hammond, I think, up first, followed by Spencer Wera and Lance Lentner. The bottom of the batting order for the Red Hawks. And Ethan Gregerson still on the mound for West Salem. 5-1 our score. West Salem with 5 runs on 3 hits. Here's Tyler Hammond in the batter's box. Hammond got a base hit last time. Hit one out to center field. Got past Foreman. Ground ball, second base, over to first, and he got him. 1 out. Spencer Wera next. Spencer hit a little fly ball that was caught by the shortstop, Christian Reamer. Let me change that. This is actually Sam Johnson. This is where they inserted Sam in the lineup. So we're going to change that. 2-0 the count. Johnson coming in last inning as the relief pitcher. There's a high fly pop up, and Reamer, nope. Left fielder's got it. Caleb Weber pulls it in, 2 outs. That'll bring up the bottom of the batting order for the Red Hawks. This is Lance Lentner.
Batting number 3, left fielder Lance Lentner.
Comes the pitch. Ooh, that's high. Ball 1. Whoa, that one bounces in front of the plate. That'll be ball 2. Lucky no one on base at the time. 2 outs. Counts 2-0 to Lentner. Make that 3-0. He walked him. That was Gregerson's first walk of the night. So we got a runner on first, 2 outs, and we're going to the top of the order now. Isaac Marley coming up. Marley ground out in the first inning and then flied out in the second inning, so he hasn't gotten on base yet. He's 0 for 2. See if he can get something going here with a 2 outs, 2-out rally for the Red Hawks. Runner's going down to second. Plateau shoots it down there, not in time. He gets there safely. Lentner pretty fast. Got some wheels under him. Okay, back to Isaac Marley now. It's 1-0, I think. That's going to be inside. Make that 2-0. There's the strike, 2-1. Fly ball. And Foreman's coming in fast. He's got it. And Marley flies out. That retires the side. So 4 batters, 1 left on base. No hits, no runs, no errors that time around. The bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Our score after 3.5 is 5-1. West Salem is in the lead. We're going to take a quick break, folks, and we'll be back with more of tonight's game right after these messages. Stick around. You're watching high school baseball on KQEG-TV and KQEG-TV.com.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Are you ready for the Ultimate Platter Challenge? Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. Our Ultimate Platter is loaded with pork, brisket, chicken, ribs, 3 sides, and 4 slices of bread. If you can eat it all, it's yours free. I'll even give you a certificate for another one you can share with your friends. So how about it? You ready to take the challenge? Stop by, check out the rules, and dig in. And oh yeah, that's a mouthful.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity Heating and Cooling System.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where you
And welcome back, everybody, to Damian Miller Field here at West Salem High School. West Salem is up to bat. This is Trent Foreman. Johnson on the mound. Sam Johnson still pitching. Stepped in the last inning. Took over as relief. His first pitch, strike one to Trent Foreman. Foreman got a base hit in the first inning. And let's see, he had got on base on a fielder's choice in the second inning. So he's 2 for 2. See what he does this time. 5-1. Panthers in the lead. Ground ball. Shortstop's got it. Great catch. Does he get it there? He does. Gets it on time. Nice backhanded catch by the shortstop, Tyler Hammond. This is Zach Hutchinson now. Walked last time up. In the middle of the batting order for the Panthers. Bottom of the fourth. There's a ground ball right out to the first baseman. Johnson's over there to cover first, and 2 outs. And that'll bring up Justin Barney. Barney has struck out twice tonight.
Now batting number 12, Justin Barney.
Two outs now. Fly ball going to drop in out there in right field, and Barney's on base. The base hit. So with 2 outs, runner on first, up comes David Latos, the catcher. Foreman, they're telling him to warm up in the bullpen. Coach Ely want to have a pitcher ready. There's a ground ball. Stopped by the shortstop over to second, 3 outs, and that retires it. So there we go. That brings the 4th inning to an end, and we'll move to the top of the 5th inning now. Alex Pearson up first for the Red Hawks, followed by Brandon Booz and Walker Stoner. So it's the top of the batting order we're going to see coming up here for the GET Red Hawks. Another one of our sponsors tonight, of course, Schumacher Kish, Funeral and Cremation Services, serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years. Traditional services or pre-arranged funeral plans. It's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them. That's Schumacher Kish, located in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Schumacher Kish. Fifth inning coming up, top of the 5th. GET coming up to bat. Score 5-1. West Salem in the lead. I mentioned earlier on, Coach Ely been coaching out here in West Salem since about 1976. He was a JV coach back then. Didn't take over the varsity, we decided. I talked to him about this until 1986. So this is his 34th year as the head coach of this baseball team. They have won the conference numerous times. 8 times they made it to state. And in 2017, won the state championship. Brought home a gold ball. Damian Miller played for Coach Ely many years ago. Panthers will play Mauston next in a non-conference game. See, and GET will play Holman next, also in a non-conference game. But those two schools are located pretty close together, so that's a pretty good rivalry too. All right, we're about ready to get underway here. Gregerson's still on the mound with Trent Foreman warming up the bullpen. So somebody else is out there in center field. See if we can catch a number here. All right, Gregerson faces Alex Pearson. First batter. Ground ball. Third baseman runs after it. There's the throw. He's safe. Beat it out. That was a tough one. It was a slow roller headed towards third base. He had to run in after it. Just couldn't quite get there fast enough. So Pearson gets a base hit. And Brandon Booz up next. Pearson gets it started. Let's see if Booz can continue it. They need 4 runs to tie it up. 5-1 our score. Whoop, that one's in the dirt. Runner's going down to second. Latos a little slow on the trigger there as the runner headed down to second. Loss of a little focus there, shall we say, concentration. Got to be aware of where the runners are at all times, I think. There's a strike. Our next game, I believe, is going to be Monday. It looks like a pretty good game. Holman will take on Sparta. That should be a pretty exciting game. Could be for the conference championship. It could be. We'll see. But I hope you'll join us on the internet at, I think first pitch is about 5 o'clock. Or you can watch it the next night. We'll show it to you Tuesday night at 6 on KQEG TV. 2-1 the count right now. And make that 2-2 as he takes a big swing at it. Brandon Booz. Two and two. Into left field it goes for a base hit. The runner turning around comes to third. He'll hold up at third. And Booz gets a base hit. Walker Stoner coming up now. Stoner flied out twice, last 2 times at bat, so he has not made it on yet. Latos steps up, giving his infield some instructions, and runners at first and third. Fly ball, left field, and he's got it. Here comes the runner coming home. And they'll score a run. Now the runner headed, I thought he was going to run down to second, but very quickly Hauser picks up the ball and stops him. So Walker on base with a base hit. Flies out to left field and brings in a run though. So 5-2 now our score. Top of the 5th inning, GET puts another one up there. This is Bryce Burns. Burns was the pitcher for the first couple of innings here. Ground ball, it's going to get, nice catch by Reamer. Stops it from getting out into left field, but he's not able to get it out of his glove and do anything with it. So Burns gets a base hit. Runners at first and second now, 1 out. And this is Dylan Johnson. Dylan got a double in the second inning and then ground out to the first baseman in the third. Latos gets in front of that one, keeps it from getting away. Keeps the runners at first and second. One and 0. Going to be 2-0. Whoa, big swing, strike one. Kind of digging for that one. Johnson looks down at his coach, gets a few words of encouragement, little instruction. 2-1, 2-1 rather. Our count to Johnson. Ball 3, 3-1. Strike. Well, I think Johnson's a little surprised at that one, but I think he hit him with a curveball there, and it curved right in. So a full count to Dylan Johnson. Gregerson finds his pitch. Little popper, and Gregerson pulls it in. So 2 outs. And the runners stay at first and second. Gregerson with 83 pitches so far. Tyler Hammond will come in now. Strike one. Gregerson has 84 pitches so far, so we won't, I don't know, I think he's getting kind of tired out there. We may not see him in the next inning. We'll see. Tyler Hammond, 0-1 the count. 0-2. Well, Gregerson's showing us he's still got it. 0-2, 2 outs, runners at first and second. GET has picked up 1 run so far this inning. Our score 5-2. That may be a little outside. Let's call that 1-2. A little high that time, 2-2. Not quite, full count, 3-2. We'll see the runners go on this pitch. He walked him. So Hammond gets on base, and we've got bases loaded, 2 outs. Spencer Wira coming up. And Chuck Ely coming out. Coach is going to come out and talk to his pitcher now. We might see a pitcher change. Let's see. Not quite sure what they'll... I don't see Foreman coming out yet. I know he warmed up Foreman, but he's got 89 pitches on him, so he's pretty close to topping himself out here anyway. Probably be his last batter either way. Well, next week, let's see, as I mentioned, Monday, Sparta is at Holman in what could be a really exciting game. Tuesday, at the moment, we're planning to do the Onalaska at West Salem game here, a non-conference game. But again, a couple of teams that are always good rivals. So that could be a good game. And it's possible we'll see Onalaska play West Salem in the playoffs. I think they're both in that same section. So they would have, if Onalaska beats GET and Sparta, and West Salem beats Logan and, say, Toma, they would meet again. So we'll see how they do Tuesday. 2 outs. Ground ball. Oh, it hits Reamer. He bounces out of his hands, and a run comes in. And that's probably going to be an error. And another run comes in for GET. They pick up 2 this inning, and our score now 5-3. Lance Lentner coming up now. They did count that as an error, it looks like, so an E6 there. Gregerson looks like he's going to go all the way on this. We've got full bases loaded. Bottom of the order up. Lentner walked last time up at bat. Got on a fielder's choice first time up in the second inning. Counts 1-1 now to Lentner. Swung at that one. 1-2 now. Lentner's going to have to protect the plate, keep himself in there. Make that 2-2. Gregerson needs that strike to see if he can pitch himself out of this predicament. 2-2 the count to Lentner. Swung at it. Steps on home plate, so that'll count as a strikeout, I believe, for Gregerson, and that was his 93rd pitch. So I don't know if we'll see him in the next inning. We might. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning now coming up. Our score as GET picks up a couple on that one. Our score now 5-3. We'll take a break once again, and we'll come back with the bottom of the 5th inning in just a little bit. So stick around, everybody. Back after this.
Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn that frown into a smile, stop by Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in West Salem for delicious post-game food. Their homemade 16-inch unlimited topping pizza for just $12 will put a smile on everyone's face. Stop in on Taco Tuesday or Wednesday for $2 burgers. Open every day at 11 a.m. with great lunch specials. For 40 years, Hunter's has had a rich tradition of serving the families of West Salem with great food at reasonable prices. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, Leonard Street in downtown West. Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn...
You know Boyers Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas, and more sofas. We picked out love seats, and more love seats. We picked out recliners, and more recliners, dining room furniture, bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson, and we are at West Salem High School. This is the Damian Miller Field. Our score 5-3. West Salem coming up now. West Salem in the lead, I might add. This is Josh Hauser. Josh has flied out twice tonight to center field. He's 0 for 2. Sam Johnson on the mound throws a strike for his first pitch. And a ball for his second one, 1-1. Fly ball out to right field and right to the right fielder. He'll catch it. Hauser flies out. 1 out. Hit that one right to Dylan Johnson. Didn't really have to move much. So this is Caleb Weber. Now, Weber has been walked twice. Once by Johnson, once by Burns, I believe. Let's see what happens this time. That'll be ball 1. Ball 2. Strike 1. Nice swing by Weber. There's another strike, 2-2. He reaches for that one, hits it back to the pitcher, throws it to first, and he's got him. So that time, Weber grounds out right back to the pitcher. That'll bring up Joseph Daly, and he has walked twice tonight, too. Bottom of the batting order for the Panthers.
Joseph Daly.
Strike 1. Johnson finding his own. Ooh, reached after that one. Daly was looking to stretched out to get that. 0-2 the count now. And he swung at that one. Strike 3, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down that time around for the West Salem Panthers. And we will move to the top of the 6th inning. And our score, 5-3. West Salem in the lead, but only by 2. We'll see if they can hold on to that lead. Keep it going for a little bit. Well, I mentioned Viroqua is having a great season so far. They are #1 seed in Division 3. And it looks like Aquinas pulling a #2 seed. So we're looking at this point. Not sure what we're going to do, but we're looking at probably following Aquinas and Holman into the playoffs. See how far they get. A lot depends on the number of sponsors we're able to pull together. Prairie du Chien also got a number 1 seed in that same Division 3. Luther here in Onalaska got a number 6 seed. They will face Westby first time around. Arcadia will be looking at Cochrane Fountain City, and as I mentioned, Aquinas will start Thursday, May 23rd against Necedah. So stay tuned. We'll let you know how things are going to go. As always, we thank our sponsors for making it possible for us to bring you these games. Guys like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, Mark and Rick Schneider. Schumacher Kish, Boyer's Furniture, Rick Boyer and Aaron. Big Boar Barbecue and Hunter's Last Chance Restaurant here in downtown West Salem. American Family Insurance agent Jim Quinn in West Salem, and Union State Bank of West Salem, along with Allied Cooperative in West Salem. All right, here we go. Up first for GET.
Starting off for the Red Hawks, center fielder number 42, Isaac Marley.
This is Isaac Marley, the top of the order. And we're still seeing Gregerson on the mound. No, I take that back. That is Trent Foreman on the mound. Kind of what I thought. Still that tall, lanky kind of young man. Had me fooled for a minute there. Strike. 1-1 the count. Strike 2. Two and 2. Marley is 0 for 3. He hasn't been on base yet tonight. Flied out a couple times. Ground out to the second baseman once. See what he does here. That's full count. 3 and 2 now. Hits him with a fastball, and that's one out. And Foreman gets his first strikeout there. That'll bring up Alex Pearson. Now, Alex has been on base twice. He's 2 for 3. Got a base hit last time when he hit one over towards third baseman. It just was a slow roller, if I remember right, and he beat it out. Got to first on it. So this is Alex Pearson. Let's see how he does. Trent Foreman facing his second batter now. Whoa, he hit him. That'll put him on base. And bring up Brandon Booz. Brandon got a base hit last time up. He got on base on an error in the first inning, so he's 2 for 3 as far as getting on base.
Number 6, Brandon Booz.
Brandon Booz, the catcher for GET. Latos gets in front of that one, keeps it from getting away. Runner stays at first. Kind of a shade sort of creeping across the infield right now. First base is still in bright sunshine there. And, of course, the outfield. There goes the runner down to second. There's the throw. He's got him. Nailed him at second base. Great throw by Latos. And takes out Pearson. 2 outs. Clears the bases. That was just a great throw by Pearson, Latos, right where it needed to be. And that'll bring up Booz. We're back at Booz, 1-0. That'll be 2-0. Well, that puts him on base.
Designated hitter number 4, Walker Stoner.
Walker Stoner coming up now. And a pinch runner will come in for Brandon Booz. Brandon Wilson will come in, senior at GT. So runners at first and 2 outs. And up now, Walker Stoner. Stoner got on base on an error, I believe, last time up. Foreman throws it high. Ball 2. Foreman checks his runner at first. There's a strike. Strike 1, 2-1. No, 3-1. Five to 3 our score. West Salem in the lead by 2. Trying to protect that lead here in the top of the 6th inning. There's a strike and a full count, 3-2. Runner goes down to second in a big hurry, but he walked him, so really wouldn't be any big deal. Now runners at second and first and second rather, and we've got 2 outs, and that'll bring up Bryce Burns. Now Bryce was our pitcher early on here, but he doubled in the 3rd inning and then got a base hit the last time up in the 5th inning. So he's had a pretty good day so far. We're going to come out and talk to Foreman already. Coach Ely comes out, probably wants to make sure that his infield knows what's going on because he brings the infield together. Sometimes you just got to make sure everybody's focused, everybody knows what to do. Just step on a base, and we're done. Scott Hovel, the coach for GT. I don't think I've even mentioned his name so far today. Ball 1 by Foreman. Nice hit out to left field. It's, bounces out of his glove. Here comes 1 run. Going to hold up at 3rd, but a run scores, and bingo, it's 5-4. And runners at 2nd and 3rd. I think it was just 1 came across, though, yeah. 5-4 now. West Salem with only a 1-run lead here. Probably that's going to be another error, I believe, for West Salem, too. E7. So Dylan Johnson will be up now. Johnson flied out last time up. But he got a double in the 2nd inning. Hit a long ball to center field. Ground out in the 3rd. First pitch, ball 1. Foreman, I don't think Foreman has really found his groove yet. There's a strike. Strike 1. 1-1. Whoa, inside. 2-1. No, he hit him. I guess he got him. He's going to get a free base out of that one. Must have grazed him as it came in. Ely's going to come talk to his pitcher. He just doesn't seem to have the control. 2 outs, 5-4. Bases loaded again. West Salem looking like the chance that they could lose this lead here. Been leading all of this game up until this inning now. They wouldn't want to see them tie it up. Foreman's going to go back out to center field, it looks like. Our left fielder's going to come in. And pitching now will be Justin Barney. So we're going to warm him up a little bit. Looks like Caleb Weber will go to second base would be my guess. We'll see if that's the way it works out. Foreman goes back out to center field. Just didn't seem to have the control tonight. Justin Barney warming up on the mound for the Panthers. Could be a varsity reserve game, I think, coming up after this one. I see a number of youngsters throwing the ball around behind us. All right. Justin Barney on the mound. Let's get back to it. Bases are loaded. Score 5-4, 2 outs. In the batter's box, Tyler Hammond. Walked last time up, got a base hit in the second inning, and ground out in the fourth. Fly ball. It's going to go foul.
Good job, Barney.
Where'd it go?
Giant spider on the camera. All right, we'll get that taken care of. 0-1 the count now to Tyler Hammond. No, I didn't. There's a foul ball. That's going to go right over us. Strike 2. 0-2.
I think I got him. Now you.
All right. Never know some of the problems you come across, folks, when you're out here in the wild. Hammond now, the count 0-2. Justin Barney. Finish it off here. There it is, strike 3. And Barney comes in and retires the side. 1-2-3, just like that. So West Salem hangs on to their lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And our score 5-4, West Salem still there. We'll take a break. We'll be back with bottom of the 6th inning right after this.
At Boyers, we have a great selection of furniture.
At great prices.
And great personality.
We'll be the judges of that. Love seats, great. Prices, great. Personality, so-so. Sofas, great. Prices, great. Personality, so-so. Recliners, great. Prices, great. Personalities,
But I'm your grandpa. Can't you give me a break?
All judges' decisions are final at Boyers Furniture.
Please?
the voice, Dan Dyke, along with Paul Reichert and Billy Knocknalls. We are ready for year number 9 of Big Boar Barbecue presents 7 Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
It's going to be a great season. We're going to have drivers from La Crosse and Toma tell you about how their season's going, and maybe a couple of different guests along the way, too.
If there's a race at a track in about 4 states, we're going to be there. I'll be announcing there. The video cameras are going to be going full force, and you'll see them Thursday through Sunday. Big Boar Barbecue presents 7 Rivers Racing.
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson at Damian Miller Field today. Great game going on here between the West Salem Panthers and the GET Redhawks. Our score 5-4, and West Salem is up now. Top of the order, this is Christian Reamer. The first pitch, ball 1. Reamer got a base hit in the second inning and walked twice, so he is 3 for 3. So far, is getting on base anyway. Ball 2. Sam Johnson pitching him kind of low here to start out. That looks like 3-0. I'm sure that Reamer will hold the bat on this one. And GET sends another young man down to the bullpen to warm up. That one's in the dirt, and Reamer will take his base. GET has Brandon Wilson, a senior, down in the bullpen now warming up, as West Salem brings up Keegan Keel. Flied out twice so far in the second and third, and a sack bunt in the first inning. I don't know if we'll see him bunt or not. Will they play small ball at this point? Maybe. No, that was high. Ball 1. A lot of noise from the West Salem dugout, and that's good. One and 0. 2-0. Johnson having a tough time finding the strike zone. He was doing pretty good in the last inning. No, another ball, 3-0. And he walks another one. Runners at first and second now. Brings up our cleanup hitter, Trent Foreman. Foreman's been on base twice, got a base hit in the first inning. A fielder's choice put him on base in the second. Fourth inning, he ground out, and we're going to have a discussion at the mound as the GET coach comes out. Talk to his player a little bit, Scott Hovell. I think we're going to see, we may see a new pitcher. Let's see what happens here. Kind of looks like Sam Johnson has stepped off the mound, so unless he's just in a different position to talk to the coach, don't know. But no outs and a man on first and second. And both of them walked onto the base, and Trent Foreman coming up. Now it looks like he's going to leave Johnson in there. It was just a little encouragement kind of thing, motivation talk. Here comes Foreman. They quickly try to catch a runner off base. They send the first baseman and the third baseman come running in towards home, trying to catch the runner at second off base. I don't know if they thought a bunt was coming, but Foreman was not showing bunt. Here they go again. Throw down to second. They try to get him again. Comes back safe. Well, if it didn't work the first time, try it a second time, I suppose, you know. Didn't work the second time either, though. See if they'll try that again. Counts 1-0 to Foreman. There's a strike. 1-1. Figured it out, though. Now Foreman shows bunt, pulls back, hits the ball. Flips it over to second, 1 out. Safe at first. They do get Keel at second. Runner moves down to third, though. Reamer will be on third, and Foreman gets on base on a fielder's choice. So now that brings up Zach Hutchinson. Hutchinson ground out last time, got on base on a walk earlier. He's filling in today for Gavin Holtz, who, I don't know quite what happened, but something happened to him in the first inning, and he's been out. Maybe a twisted ankle, not sure. So Booz will step up now, give some instructions to the infield. Runners on the corners, first and third. Third base comes in on the grass. Maybe looking for a bunt again. 1 out. Hutchinson takes the first one, ball 1. Ooh, brushed him back there. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-0. Well, Hutchinson will hold the bat, see if he can take this one. And get the walk out of Johnson. And he does. So, bases loaded now for the Panthers. And Justin Barney, who just finished a great inning there moments ago, came in and closed out that top of the 6th inning for the Panthers. 3 pitches, boom, boom, boom. Now let's see if he can get on base. Has not so far today. He's 0 for 3. So maybe he's due. Foul ball. Strike 1. Actually, Barney, I take that back. He struck out twice. He did get a base hit in the 4th inning. Bases loaded. There's a little popper. Can they catch it? And they do. Runners will hold. And Barney flies out. Brings up David Latos. Latos hit a double in the first. They could use a double right about now. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Foul ball into the parking lot. Ooh, that's a high one. Bounces away from Booz, but not far enough to bring in a run. Counts 1-1 now. Latos. Another foul ball. 1-2. There's a ground ball. Third baseman will step on third, and that retires the side. So GET escapes that one, and the Panthers unable to put anything more on the board. So we still have a score of 5-4. GET will be up, and the bottom of their order coming up. Spencer Wira, followed by Sam Johnson and Lance Lentner, I think is the way the order will come up here. Our score 5-4. Panthers can hold them here. They'll win this one. Again, I remind you to tune in Monday night. We're going to bring you some excitement on Monday night. Sparta at Holman should be a great game. Tuesday on Alaska at West Salem. And don't forget Saturday night, if Mother Nature lets us do it, we're going to bring you the races too. We'll be out there. Not many people know we stream the qualifying action out there, so you can catch that as the different late models and sportsmen and Hornets and everybody is going through qualifying. You can watch that on the internet. And then you can join us live out there at the Speedway when things get underway at about 7:30. Again, we're hoping Mother Nature will allow that to happen. There's been some talk about rain over the weekend, so let's hope that doesn't happen between 7 and 10 on Saturday night. But we'll have the races for you Sunday night on TV, of course. You can watch them all at 7 o'clock, Nights of Thunder, on Sunday nights and Thursday nights at 7. Justin Barney on the mound. We'll see if he can close things out here for the Panthers, protecting a one-run lead. Down to second it goes. The Panthers will have a little meeting on the mound here as they get ready to face their first batter. And that looks like it's going to be number 16. They bring in Brandon Wilson. Looks like he will be batting for Wira Spencer. Spencer had gotten on base on an error last time up, but Wilson, his first time at bat, I believe. There's a ball one. That's a strike. 1-1. Little popper, looks like Reamer's under it. He's got it. 1 out. And up next is going to be Lance Lentner. Bottom of the batting order for the GET Redhawks. And then we'll go to the top of the order. Third base comes way in. Not quite sure why they're doing that, but expecting a bunt possibly. Strike one. That'll be ball one. 1-1 the count. One out. 2-1. That's going to be 3-1. A little high that time. There's the strike. 3-2. Full count now to Lance Lentner. See if Barney could finish him off here. And he does. Strike 3. So 2 outs now. Top of the batting order coming up for the Red Hawks. This is Isaac Marley. Marley struck out last time up. This will be his 5th time at bat, and he is 0 for 5 as far as getting on base. See what he does this time. Yeah, I'm fine. Came right at us, folks. Bounced right off the wood next to me here. I didn't even flinch.
Oh, of course.
Strike 1. And strike 2. 0-2. This could wrap it. Fly ball, that's going to go foul. Out of play. 0-2. That's going to go foul also, down the first baseline, deep, out of play. So he's protecting the plate pretty well. Marley's keeping himself in there. Counts 0-2, 2 outs. West Salem in the lead 5-4. They're 1 out away from winning this game. That's going to be ball 1. Ooh, ball 2. That's high. Takes him to the count, full count. Let's see what he does here. Barney winds up. Here's the pitch. Got him. Struck him out. And there we go. That brings us our final, with West Salem winning this one 5-4 over the GET Red Hawks. So now West Salem will go on to play home Holman next, and they're looking at actually GET will play Holman next, and they're now 7-5. West Salem in conference is 6-6, and they will take on Mauston next. So that's where we're at, folks, and that's a great game today. 5-4, the final score. West Salem wins it. Well, that concludes everything. So I'm Rick Wilson. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time. Thanks for watching High School Baseball on KQEG TV. You've been watching the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the GET Redhawks and the West Salem Panthers. Tonight's game was brought to you by our sponsors, Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning at 1025 Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Your comfort is their business. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. American Family Insurance and your agent in West Salem, Jim Quinn. Union State Bank in West Salem, where customers and community come first. Union State Bank. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16, West Salem, and now open at George and Gillette in La Crosse. Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in historic downtown West Salem. And Allied Cooperative in Toma, West Salem, and Arcadia. Thanks for watching High School Baseball on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.